Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome to the channel. My name is Silent Gamer and today we're taking a look on how to fly jets in War Thunder. So, stay tuned. So, that final moment has come. You grinded and you grinded and you grinded to get this epic moment. Well, you get your first jet. Well, you go into a match, you start flying like you do in a prop. You find that jets are not like props. They are slower, they don't accelerate as good as props, they don't climb, they don't do anything good. Their turn rate is terrible, their roll rate is half decent depending on the plane that you're flying. Everything is not like your prop. Well, that is because you're flying it in the wrong way. You don't climb like props, you don't turn like props, and you don't fight like props in a jet. With a jet, it is an extreme boom and zooming, shall we say it. Extreme energy fighting. You start off by going low and you get a ton of speed. For low tier jets, it's best to start your climb at 700 to 800 kph, and you put it on a 10 to 15 degree climb depending on the modification that you have. With the jets, it is extremely advised to go for the performance modifications first, because they're going to allow you to accelerate faster and perform better. The technique is called zoom climbing when it comes to climbing in jets. You get your altitude your speed, like I said, and you start your climb, and that's the thing. You zoom climb. Because the difference between props and jets is jets are faster. They get speed faster once you get going, of course, once you accelerate to your to a high enough speed. They have a good energy retention compared to props. Well, that is because of the turbine engine that you have. It's not like a regular piston aircraft, and jets are about patience in general. They're not like prop. I always say that. I said it a million times in this video. With props, you have good acceleration compared to jets. Even the worst prop will put a jet to shame when it is accelerating. So, I zoom climb to altitude. I am trying to engage R2 Y2 in the distance, 21 kilometers away from me, and I'm trying to spot enemies with my eyes, because in jets, especially when you don't have a trained crew, you don't see the enemy. Like, the red marker of the enemy does not pop up until it is too late and someone is engaging you. So I try to spot the enemies with my eyes. I have no one in my surroundings, and that is an important tip you need to learn. Like, you need to have a good situational awareness. I spot a Horten 229 up high. I try to engage that, trying to get as much energy that I could possibly can, because in jets energy is the key. Speed is king, but yes, energy and how to preserve that energy, that is king. You need to learn how to energy fight properly before going into jets. And I will show that in the second video when I take this P80 to the extreme. Like, I did everything wrong, everything that you don't do in jets. Anyway, the Horten 229 that I was chasing, he went down low. I am trying to engage this other Horten 229. 229s are extremely agile, and especially at low speeds, but they don't have a rudder, and that's why he flipped and I took the shot. Or maybe the meteor shot him and he flipped. I stole his kill. I don't know. Enemy 262A is trying to engage me. I cut his engagement run, like his attack run, with a slow turn. Try to get this Horton 229. He reacts quickly and doesn't let me to get a fire and solution on him. I extend away, and this is what I mean by keeping your energy up, preserving your energy. It is essential. You run away, you regain that energy, you turn back, you engage. That's it. You're like a robot, but a maneuverable robot. I try to engage the Horton 229. He's slow, but he's turning away from me. I try to fire a couple of shots on him. Nothing hits, only sparks and one hit. And I spot an HE-162 in the horizon. I try to go for that. And he ends up wanting to head on with me, but I don't take that head on in the last second. The TU-2, our friendly TU-2, is landed. I dodge the 162's shots. I try to turn back for him, but the F-80 takes him on in a head-on and wins. Well, not the F-80, but the F-8F. At this point, we have the advantage. Our team is winning, everything is going so well. Only a couple of guys left, I think a bomber, R2Y2, and he is going to J out eventually. In my second match, I get an air spawn. I use that to my advantage since I am spawned with 500 kph of speed. So I dove down a bit, gained some energy, 800 kph to be exact, and I started my zoom climb. And in this game, I wanted to test my skills and at the same time do everything wrong. Like everything that you don't do in a jet, well, except for braking, air braking. Well, I think I braked in here. I used a little bit of air brake to avoid a crash, but that's it. And that is an important rule in jet combat. You don't air brake. I rarely use my air brake in jet combat, except if you're trying to force an overshoot and no one is around you. I got a 3,000 meters plus of altitude, and I'm trying to spot for enemy, and the clouds are giving me quite the coverage that I need. Enemies don't see you in clouds. You should use clouds to your advantage. It is a mechanic that is good in War Thunder. I try to search for some enemies. I find an HE-162 down low. I don't want to lose my energy because of him. I'm spotting for harder targets that give me a run for my money, shall we say it. Dangerous targets. So I decide to take a bit of turn, try to go down low, and look at my luck, I find an F-84G. And this is where things go extremely crazy, because what I did, only an extreme noob would do in jet combat. I try to lose a bit of energy so I don't exceed my limit. The F-80 is really good at diving due to the design of the wings. Is a straight wing. It's good for diving. I tried to get a couple of shots on the F-80. I don't kill him, and this brings me to another tip on jet combat. You're going so fast that every bit of maneuver is going to put your pilot into a G-lock. And when you go into that G-lock, you cannot control your plane. Enemies are going to kill you extremely easy. So try to get your enemies into a G-lock so they lose control on the airplane and, well, get shot down very easily. I finish off this F-84 really quickly, while not even caring about the shots that are behind me. Enemy 262 and Horton 229 are alive. A 262 just died. Trying to go after this Horton 229, I pass it just because I'm trying to get some energy, because energy, it is extremely needed in jet combat. Your jet is heavy, it's extremely heavy. And F-84 is trying to engage me. I cut off his engagement and continue. I try to get a firing solution, only a hit. Well, basically a spark, not even a hit. Ping affects your hits in this game. Like, that is the reason why you spark a lot, but that is a completely different subject for another time. Now I am low on energy, trying to get this Orado to die. I try to fire a couple of shots, nothing hits. I pursue him. He's trying to cut in front of me and force me into a scissor maneuver. I accept that happily, and this is one of the mistakes that I've done. The Orado is losing energy extremely fast. And this is what I did. I put the plane's nose down, get a bit of energy, and I try to prop hang him, basically. Well, prop hanging in the jet. On the top of my spiral, I spot a Horton 229. I disengage from the Orado and, well, basically get away from the 229's fire. 230 millimeters will break my aeroplane extremely easy, and I am heading back for the Orado. And as you can see, I did everything wrong in this game. But the only thing that I didn't do wrong is my energy fighting tactics. Those are the things that matter in jet combat. In jet combat, you need to take that energy fighting to the extreme. Now, the Horton 229 is climbing. He has a really good climb. He has energy. I cancel my pursuit on him. I didn't even go after him. And I find this Italian F-84. And this is the biggest mistake that you do in War Thunder, in jet combat. You head on. In jets, you don't head on. In jets, head on is a suicide note for you. It is not a solution to get kills. You will get killed very easily, especially against 50 cals. Plus, with jets, your plane doesn't handle damage that good. Each bullet to your engine will slow it down. Even one bullet to your engine will slow it down. Your wings will break easily, even if 50 cals hit them. You don't even need a higher caliber to destroy your wings. Head-ons are generally not advisable, unless you know how to head on properly, which is something even I don't recommend if you even know how to head on properly. So guys, that brings us to the end of our subject, learning how to fly jets in War Thunder. Jets, they need a high skilled player to play them. Energy fighting is extremely needed in jets, even though if you have low energy, you can manage. Just Know your tactics and don't get yourself in a sticky situation where you can't even do anything against other players. So, I hope that you enjoyed the video and benefited from it. I hope that you've try to practice a lot with your jets. You will need a lot of practice with jets before you can get good at them. With that said, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos or you want to join the community. Well, I don't have too much subscribers, but yeah, we're getting there slowly. Dislike if you liked the video or disliked it. Your feedback is appreciated. Leave a comment if you have any questions about Jet RB or Air RB in general. That is my specialty. Fly safe, have fun, and take care.